This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. I'm Marek Mazurek. The club at Chatham Hills in Westfield is set to host the 2025 regular season finale for professional golf tour LIV Golf. LIV Golf Indianapolis is scheduled for August 15th through the 17th of next year and is expected to draw up to 30,000 people to Chatham Hills. It will be the first top-tier professional golf event hosted by the course. LIV shared the news in a post on social media early Wednesday morning, unveiling 6 stops on its 2025 schedule, including new events in Indianapolis and South Korea. Westfield officials hope the international event will draw attention to the city and its nearby Grand Park Sports Campus. The LIV Tour started in 2022 and is funded by Saudi Arabia. The tour has sparked controversy with golf's established PGA Tour, and the two tours have been in talks of a merger since last year, but no deal has been reached. LIV events are known for being more raucous than PGA events. Background music is piped in through speakers at the tees and greens while players compete, and fans are encouraged to create a festival atmosphere. The Chatham Hills course is the final one designed by industry titan Pete Dye. The South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership has announced that this year's Founder Factory will be the event's last edition. Founder Factory was launched by the regional partnership 4 years ago in a bid to reinforce the entrepreneurial spirit in the region post-COVID.
At its core, Founder Factory is our region's way of celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's our region's way of celebrating entrepreneurship, and we're kind of looking for anybody interested in entrepreneurship innovation. So we certainly want the entrepreneurs themselves to come.
That's Marty Mechtenberg, the Regional Partnership's Director of Entrepreneurship Ecosystems. He says the partnership is shutting down Founder Factory because it is shifting its focus over to planning Idea Week next year. The last Founder Factory will take place on November 20th at South Bend City Church. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
The Indiana State Fairgrounds and Events Center on Wednesday announced a new naming rights deal with Corteva Agriscience for the Fairgrounds Coliseum. The Indianapolis-based agricultural sciences company has agreed to pay $4 million over the next decade for the venue to be called Corteva Coliseum. The agreement is effective immediately, and new signage was on display on the building Wednesday morning. The agreement replaces a 10-year naming rights deal between the fairgrounds and Indiana Farmers Insurance, which began in 2014. That deal was valued at $6 million and coincided with a $53 million renovation to the property. Cindy Hoy, executive director of the Indiana State Fair Commission, said the partnership with Corteva brings together two parties committed to growing agriculture in Indiana.
It gives us an opportunity to look at the calendar a lot differently than we had before, and really we're looking at expansion. So think, for example, Mecum Car Auction. Now we're doing 2 Mecum Car Auctions, one in the spring and one in the fall in this building.
It also expands on the company's existing relationship with the fairgrounds after it secured naming rights to the Corteva Agriscience FFA Pavilion in 2019. To many, the fairgrounds facility is best known as Pepsi Coliseum. The soft drink company acquired the naming rights for the venue in 1992 and kept them until 2012. Pepsi was the first and only company to put its name on the facility until the Indiana Farmers deal was announced. Corteva made Indianapolis its global headquarters in early 2022. It has more than 20,000 employees worldwide, including about 1,500 on its Zionsville Road campus. A new space for travelers to work and relax in is coming to the Fort Wayne International Airport. The Gateway Lounge will feature workspaces as well as complimentary refreshments, restrooms, and a kitchenette. Day passes and annual memberships will be available for purchase. The Gateway Lounge will operate during standard airport hours, and access to the lounge will be a self-serve through a digital membership pass. The announcement of the lounge follows a record year for passenger travel in 2023 at Fort Wayne Airport. The new lounge is set to open in early 2025 and is part of the airport's East Terminal expansion project. Indiana's biopharmaceutical industry continues to grow. BioCrossroads CEO Vince Wong is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast hosted by Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Mark Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.